Hujambo mtazamaji, natumai upo salama popote ambapo unatutazama siku ya leo. Jamani, studioni tayari nishaja na wageni wangu ambao wengi mmesubiria kuwaona, wengi wakinitumia ujumbe kuniambia jamani, kuna watu tunataka kuwaona, na leo hii nimetimiza ile ahadi ambayo wengi wenu wamekuwa wakisubiria. Kwa hiyo studioni tayari, nashukuru maana nina viongozi shupavu wawili wakifahamika kama Daniel Makwata Andere ambaye ni Secretary General wa Chuo Kikuu cha University of Eastern Africa Baraton, naye President ambaye anafahamika kama Dennis Kipkirui. Pia naye tutakuwa tukizungumza naye kuhusu swala zima la uongozi vyuoni, ambapo leo hii watatuweka wazi mambo kadha wa kadha kuhusu uongozi, shida wanazopitia na kadhalika, pengine na mambo mengi ambayo ungependa kuyajua kuhusu uongozi vyuoni, hasa wengi wakisema ni leadership in universities ama zile vyuo vikuu. Kwa hiyo nisichukue muda mwingi wako mtazamaji, naomba moja kwa moja tuweze kuwafahamu, watuambie kwa undani, pengine maana sisi tunawafahamu tu kwa majina, watuambie kwa ufupi wanaitwaje, wanafanya kazi ipi, maana najua Secretary General kwa wengi ni lugha ambayo wanaisikia tu, hata waifahamu. Najua kwamba kuna watazamaji ambao ni wanafunzi ambao pia hawawafahamu. Kwa hiyo nafasi ni yao sasa hivi, ni wape ili waweze kuzungumza kwa ufupi, watupatie ile introduction ambao wengi tumeingojea. Kwa hiyo hamjambo?
Hatujambo.
Jamani, kama nilivyosema awali, bwana Daniel na bwana Dennis Kipkirui. Pengine mtuambie kwa kifupi, tukianza na Secretary General.
Basically, my name is Makwata Daniel, as you all know, and I'm the Secretary General of Students Association of Baraton University. And my work, according to the constitution, that is the SABU constitution, and is just to oversee the ministries, that is the cabinet secretary, sports, cabinet secretary, academics, being the spokesperson also of the government, and also ensuring that the government runs smoothly, whereby we work hand in hand with the president to ensure that the government runs smoothly. And also, as you all know, we've been vested with the powers. The other time we were elected as, for my case, I was elected as the Secretary General of Private Universities. And also I'm working beyond Baraton. So this is not just for Baraton, but it's beyond Baraton campaigns. So my good friend, Honorable Dennis Kipkirui,
Yes,
you can make your introduction.
Okay. I want to take this juncture to thank the organizers of this meeting or this interview. This is one of the very special interviews that we've ever had. We've been on Citizen TV on a number of issues. I want to start first by introducing myself. My name is Dennis Kipkirui Korir. I'm the President Student Association of Baraton University, and I'm very thankful for this post. I'm also a community mobilizer. When I say a community mobilizer, it means I serve within the people. I'm that kind of person who is a servant leadership. That is what I majorly do. I was also recently elected as the chairperson private universities in Kenya, not only in Baraton University. So majorly what I do as the president of this university is that to oversee nearly everything in the government itself. I'm the leader of the student government, and everything we do, we go through it. I even attend meetings at the Senate in this university, academic standards. We've got also the, what do we call this? The University Council. That is also where I attend all these meetings. And I'm very thankful for this post. So that is the kind of introduction we have for today.
Na pengine niulize tu, ni mara yenu ya kwanza kuingia katika uongozi ama pengine awali mlijikuta mkiwa katika uongozi?
For my case, I can give you a brief story and a brief history of my leadership and perhaps political life. I remember very distinctly, I joined high school, Mohila Boys High School, and I perhaps got a chance to run for the post of timekeeper, assistant timekeeper, and I was washed orthodoxly. In my Form 1. Went to my Form 2, ran for a position of laboratory secretary, won. Form 3, I was elected as the student leader of my former alma mater, and I'm grateful. My political journey hasn't been easy because when I lost back in Form 1, perhaps I was almost losing hope in leadership. And I had some people behind me. Perhaps my friend and all constituents that can be behind you. And went to Form 2, won, went Form 3, won, and served the students. I served the student diligently, and it was a nice time serving the students. And perhaps it is not a brag or a bracket, but perhaps I've been on the limelight of my alma mater and perhaps the role model of many. And that's why I have one student here in this university called Jeremiah Otieno. That's the only student that came from my alma mater. And I'm grateful because back in my alma mater, many teachers, even the principal himself, was proud and is always calling me and telling me to go beyond limits. So in Baraton, I joined, but I was very tiny. As many know, I was very tiny. Yeah. So in Baraton, I just came, watched the political terrain. Watching the political terrain in Baraton gave me some experiences that you need to be with people and talk to people, interact with people, and perhaps know how people live on campus. And it was a good exposure in this university. So in second year, I wanted to run for the position of senator, School of Science and Technology, but my hours were 53 instead of 54 as the constitution states. Yeah, sikuwa nimehitimu. So it was so sad that I was letting my friends and my supporters down. But they kept on praying for me and hoping for the best, perhaps in the post of the Secretary General. And as I was elected as Secretary General, I received many wishes from friends, constituents, academics, and a huge number and enormous number of people from the entire nation wishing me all the best. Friends that we've started with back in primary, high school. Yeah, it was a good exposure. And this leadership, perhaps you can lose or win, but I'm grateful. Thank you very much.
Naam, Kiongozi Dennis, pengine ni mara yako ya kwanza ama pia nawe ulikuwa na simulizi hapo nyuma?
Okay, on my side, when it comes to matters leadership, I think this is something that has been instilled within me. To start with, when I was still young, if I still remember, of which I do, when we were going to Sunday school, those days of going to Sunday school, I was this kind of person who would organize for this event during the Sunday school. Then we were distributing some sweets to those who come earlier for the service and everything. That is when I was still young at the childhood stage. When in the early primary, is when I was elected. If you remember this issue of saying the monitor of the class, that is early primary. I was the monitor, these kind of persons of writing the noisemakers and something of so in the class and maintaining order in the class. When I went to Harper Primary, I was also chosen, because those were not elective, to be the prefect for sanitation or cleanliness, if you wish to say so. So I served in this leadership position, which has been a very great journey to me as a person, and that is why I was mentored. When I joined high school, that is Laborate Boys High School, in my Form 1. In my Form 1, I really aspired to be one of the prefects when I saw them, because I'm used to this kind of leadership all through. I was not successful in any post when I was in Form 1. But when I joined Form 2, I was elected, because those were elective, to be the dormitory prefect. Lance dormitory is when I started being a prefect of the dormitory. And that is why I've been mentored in this journey of leadership. Though it has not been easy, but it is something that is instilled within me as a person. Even back at the community, back in my own village, I'm used to leading people. Even in my local church, yes, I've even served as a youth leader in my local church at the deanery level. Those are a comparison of almost 12 churches. I joined this university in 2016. That is Baraton University. And I really aspired to be a leader in 2016. And then I stayed here for almost 2 or 3 years. I applied for a post to be the speaker of the student government. But I failed. I think I garnered almost 7 votes out of almost 18 votes. And I lost. But I never lost any hope for the same. I knew that one day, one time, I could serve this precious university. And last year, December, I managed to win the elections and be elected as the president of University of Eastern Africa, Baraton, which is a very great privilege, serving an international university. So leadership has been something which is within us, me with Honorable Makwata here, as you can see, and within me as a person. And we are very, very, very thankful.
Wengi wanafikiria kwamba wanadhana kwamba ukiwa kiongozi chuoni, wewe hausaidii wenzako, ni pesa tu unakimbilia, ni kutaka kujulikana pengine, ama unaazimia kwenda katika nyanja za mbali, maybe uingie katika siasa za nchi baada ushatoka hapa. Je, pengine ni kweli ama si kweli? Na kama ni kweli, ndapo mtatueleza, kisha alafu utanieleza kwamba kama kuna zile ama kuna yale mambo ambayo umeyatenda, umesaidia watu sasa hivi hadi ulipofikia katika uongozi wako, ni mambo yepi umesaidia? Kama ni wanafunzi sasa hivi, pengine Secretary General utatuambia ni mambo yepi umesaidia wanafunzi, na pia utanijibia swali nilouliza awali kwamba ni kweli kinachopeleka wanafunzi kuingia katika uongozi ni pesa, ni kujulikana, ama ni ile tu ni mtu amezaliwa nayo, ana azma ya kutaka kusaidia?
The question is nice and well directed. I want to tell you, Madam, that leadership, perhaps and perchance the people I've met in this world, leadership is within people. The theory that I can say many people are suffering from, some of the people are suffering from, is hunting and gathering. The hunting and gathering of 21st century is not hunting and gathering of roots and fruits and animals. The hunting and gathering that is happening is hunting and gathering of money and buildings and cars. But that hunting and gathering can go with someone's idea. Which ideas are this person tabling on the tabling? I'm getting because here in this institution, in this varsity, if someone cannot even contribute in a funeral,
Yes.
cannot even contribute when someone is suffering, a comrade is suffering, like right now comrades are suffering outside there. Someone cannot even contribute. Are you telling me is that a servant leadership? There is no miracle in Africa.
No miracle.
Yeah, there is no. If you elect a thug, the thug will demonstrate himself or herself. If you elect a goon, the goon will demonstrate himself or herself. Leadership that should be championed, tabled, and brought to the limelight is the leadership that is seen. Even if you don't have something as a common comrade and you aspire to be in a position, you build. I don't focus, for my case, I don't focus on following people's path. I focus on building trails. Are you getting? Building trails is very, very nice because you will be even a role model of yourself. You know, being a role model of yourself is also making you, like, you know, you are traveling a long journey. Are you getting? But I can say that leadership of perhaps here in Baraton, we've seen many people times without number championing ideas, and I'm sorry to say so, you've seen the erstwhile days, you've seen people championing ideas, but when they get to these positions, even helping comrades that are sleeping hungry is a very big very big problem. But perhaps we've started a campaign. You are in the government, although today I'm under your knees, but you are in the government. You know, you are not this is not a miracle to you. We are championing ideas and we are helping as many comrades as possible that are sleeping hungry outside there, comrades that perhaps are suffering, that are ill. The other day we were helping a student called Dixon Orlando. This week we were helping a certain student, I don't even know the name. So these students that we are helping, we are not helping to be known. We are not doing this for fun. We are doing this to serve comrades, to leave a legacy, to champion ideas, to make Baraton at least be a center of good leadership and powerful leadership. I think you asked another question. Kuna swali.
Nilikuwa nimeuliza pengine ni mambo yepi ambayo mmefanyia wanafunzi hadi sasa hivi katika uongozi?
In this government, the government is running. I'm glad and grateful to be in this government that is working tirelessly for the comrades. And the government is working on many ideas, and you've seen, like, making a school of education a school of on its own, school of science and school of social sciences also be separated. They are merged together. So be separated, school of education and school of social sciences. Then also we are doing a campaign for helping comrades that perhaps, you know, we are having comrades from remote areas, comrades from poor backgrounds, and comrades that can't even feed 3 meals per day or 2 meals per day. So we are helping them. Also in this government, we are planning, the SABU tournament is currently ongoing, and we've managed, there was an issue of GPA, on matters of GPA, we've managed to scrutinize such things. And also in this government, we are working on many things, projects, perhaps Baraton TV, making it grow and be on decoder on the nation. Many things, we are championing many things. But me, I want to, you know, this is a media, and this is a platform that I can tell the comrades. May I want to tell the comrades to support us and make us finish our journey in a very smooth way, in a very fluffy way, so that we emancipate from a monophonic sentence that Baraton is only a center of discipline and religious affairs. No. We want to make Baraton, you know, there's also a monophonic sentence that is being sung, that was being sung, that Baraton was chartered in 1991. only line, but we want polyphonic lines. Perhaps that Baraton is a good institution of governance, leadership, and good education, because as you know, and perhaps as all comrades know, that we are moving to outside this university with a campaign, perhaps that we started, Beyond Baraton campaign, that will make Baraton grow beyond limits, beyond levels, and beyond bars, so that perhaps Baraton is known nationwide. Yeah.
Pengine Rais, una jambo la kuongezea?
Yes, I have something to say. I want to start by saying, when you are elected to any post is when our politics start. On the issue that you've asked, when it comes to we are having leaders who could be having personal interests or so when they're elected and go to these posts. I want to say that this is something which is personal. And we cannot affirm and know who is for students and who is for personal interest. But this is basically seen on the work that you are doing for the students as a government. We've been helping students in different ways. And at times, when you are helping students, you could be having a number of students coming to your office. You help others even don't say thank you, and they go. Others will say and express some kind of gratitude. You help others, but they will take it negatively after even you've helped them. So you can see the way it is very difficult. So for our case, for you to know the kind of leaders that you chosen them and they are in office, if they are really working for you or not, look at their track record. This is one of the very best governments on what we've done as a government. We've even gone outside this university trying to figure out issues on how we can help our students. This is the first government that we've gone to the county government of Nandi to discuss a number of issues with them on the issues of when it comes to students being given bursaries, more especially from students who come from this region. We had complaints that they were complaining that they were given bursaries and it was not delivered to their accounts. But we took the mandate as student leaders of this university, went to the county government of Nandi and tried to discuss with them what is really happening within this county government. After that, it was not bearing fruit at first. And that is why we went to Citizen TV and heard our grievances. And we were called for a meeting. We attended a meeting with CEC Education and the county government, and we discussed what gonna be done when it comes to those students. And I want to assure you, as we speak now, a number of those students have received their bursaries in their student account. It was not only on the issue of bursaries. We even discussed the issues of welfare of our students, because Baraton University is the only university which is known and a bigger university in Nandi County. Though it is a private university, but we are not private. We come from within here. Nobody is private here. We are their children. So we are working well to ensure that they are helping us. Even if you go now to Baraton Center, or if you like it, Parasi, county government of Nandi is collecting a good revenue amount of money through these shopkeepers and all these businessmen within, because of the students and a good number of students who are staying here. In fact, the Baraton Center is a zone A when it comes to collection of revenue, which is something that we've seen as a government, and we went there and asked them what will they do. And they assured us that they will be giving street lights, of which we are waiting. One of them has already been installed at the market, as you can see now. We already have lights at the market, and they are saying they're going to be giving us others from here, the university gate, going to Mokon, going back to Telalwa. Which kind of government do you still need? That is why we are saying we are doing our best. When we heard the issue of a student who passed in Kimondi River, this is the only government, after seeing the state of the family, we decided that we're going to be standing with that family till the end as a government. This is something that has not been budgeted anywhere in this university. But it took us a number of steps
No.
discussing with the administration, and we told them that we are for comrades. This is a government for the people, by the people. We are working to ensure that the people who elected us are going to enjoy the fruits. And that is why we stood with that family until the end, until our comrade was being rested peacefully.
No.
And we even give a good amount of money to the family as a government. Which other form of government do you need? We also worked and ensured that we also had another student, an incident of another student who passed. We went there as a student government. We even made some contributions, gave to the family. We've had students who have been sick to the hospital. We've contributed money at a personal level and as a government. This is something that has not happened in any student government whatsoever. This is the first government.
No.
So we are doing our best. Thank you.
Kwa hiyo kama ulivyosema tu, siku zote mimi nafahamu kwamba kila mti wenye matunda lazima upurwe mawe. So katika uongozi wenu najua kuna zile changamoto ambazo mnapitia, kuna yale mawe ambayo mnarushiwa. Pengine mtueleze ni changamoto zipi mnapitia kwanza, haswa katika wizara yako Bwana Makwata, na katika uongozi wako pia Bwana Kirui.
In leadership, once I was elected here in Baraton, perhaps I'm working here in Baraton and also working on many issues nationally. One, you know, not all the people will praise you, even if you're doing well. But you need to continue focusing on the lane and focusing your eyes on the ball. You know, perhaps there are some people we've helped on campus, and they come again, cut the hand that fed them earlier on. Students, you know, these students, there's only one language that students know,
Ambayo ni gani?
and that one language is money. I want to tell you, that's the only one language that students know.
Kwa hiyo kama una pesa mwezi zungumza.
My friend, if you don't have money, then you can't talk to a student. Because even if a student is not sleeping, some of the students are not sleeping hungry, just came to you, Mheshimiwa, give me something. I go and at least buy some Pali chips, Boston. But what will you do as a student leader? If you have it, you'll just give. But it is so unfortunate that, leave alone giving out. The giving out is something normal. But it's so unfortunate that some people you are helping, and they come back and perhaps they say, no, Mheshimiwa, you're not working. And I sleep late at night drafting reports, drafting documents. I don't do, by the way, madam, I don't do things in a local way.
No.
I do things in an orderly, formal, and very nice way. Like, you do things, you write a report, you sign, or write a document, you sign, you take it where it's supposed to be. I've been composing many times without number, more than enough reports to the administration, going there myself with the president, championing ideas, championing issues, sleeping late. And it does not bother me at all for someone to reject, because these are issues that I remember we were with the president in the graduation square when an issue such as the graduation issue, nursing students were crying, and I was like, now how can we help these people? Then I decided to draft a report with the president so that we can take it to the administration. But the administration, we are currently working on it, because me and the president, we sit in the university council. We are currently working on it, and we want to send another letter to the university council. Probably we consult with the vice chancellor. We send it to the university council so that they allow us. They allow these students. Perhaps if graduations can be done both in August and December, or only in December, will be very fine, so that all the students can be accommodated. My time perhaps here in this university has elapsed, and we are working on national issues. And on national issues, the other day, you saw me and the president, we were arrested. You had, not you saw. Me and the president, we were arrested. And it is very unfortunate because we were arrested championing political ideas. And that day, those people, those blue men, were telling us that, you know, you people, you are student leaders, you've come here in Nairobi to organize a demonstration. And we told them that this is not a demonstration. We have just come here to convene a meeting. And after convening a meeting, we go back to our institution, our varsity, and feed our people back there with ideas that we've gotten on this side, other side. But these people were very arrogant, and perhaps men don't like arrogant men. And we performed also, as they were performing their duties, we also performed our duties in a very great and marvelous way. Allow me to use these terms. So, you know, these people, that was also an idea. And also not an idea, but basically an experience which made me to know more about national leadership and perhaps challenges that you see Babu Owino, Nixon Koriri, James Orengo getting outside here. But I'm very grateful. Challenges are there. We have, as I said earlier, in leadership you build your own trail, and you don't follow people's path. Building your own trail will make you know more ideas and more issues. Thank you very much.
I want to start by saying leadership is full of challenges. But nevertheless, we won't get tired being leaders because we were chosen to be leaders. On the issue of what Makwata is saying, Honorable Makwata here is talking about as one of our biggest challenges, we were arrested on Thursday. And it was one of the very interesting moments for the two brothers. The reason for our arrest was not clear at all, because these people were asking us, who are we? And we were telling them we are student leaders. And they were saying, you guys want to come here in Nairobi, you want to start planning on strike and what have you. And we were telling them we are not of that idea. We've come here, we want to champion and focus on issues that at the end of the day will be helping our students. And after exchanging words is when now they started confronting us, and they started putting us those chains and taking us to the police station. The whole process was even very dramatic, Honorable Makwata. We never even believed that it was happening, because if you're having people coming to you immediately and they want to arrest you, and they're saying that we are organizing for a strike, which is not even existing in any way. So those guys came. I'm very sorry to say this, because we were not willing to be arrested in any way.
Kwa hiyo nanyi pia mlianza kushindana?
Hiyo ilikuwa lazima, kama viongozi lazima tujipange. Huwezi pangwa tu kwa kila kitu. Lazima uitikie, ujipange.
That Kiswahili, you people, you are killing me with that Kiswahili.
Lazima tungejipanga.
Naam.
Sasa kwa wakati huo napenda mheshimiwa hapa Makwata alicheza kama yeye. Sababu yeye ndiye alikuwa wa kwanza kuwekwa kwenye zile vifungu. Yeye hakuitikia hiyo maneno.
Akakataa hiyo maneno.
Na aliweza kutuma basi moja tu ikapata ule kaka ule askari ikampata. Hapo wakaanza kukazirika na wakaanza naye wakamweka kwenye mkono moja, wakamfuruta, wakanieka. Sasa kutuweka mimi nikasema siwezi itikia haya maneno. Wanajaribu kutuweka kwa ile karidoko lile, sisi tukakataa hayo maneno kabisa. Walikuwa wawili hao. Wakajaribu kutuzungusha, kutuweka, wanatusukuma nini, tukakataa, hatuwezi ingia. Hadi wakasema wanataka kutupiga risasi. Tukamwambia nyie kama mnataka kutupiga risasi, mtupige, hatustuki. Kwanza kusema sasa kama mnataka hivyo, damu lazima imwagwe hapa. Tukamwambia sawa, kama mnataka hivyo, tupo tayari. Kumbe wakaamua, wakaona ni kama sisi tumekuwa wakaidi sana. Wakaitisha backup. msaada kutoka kwa wenzao. Tulipokuwa tukisimama bana, tukaona magari mawili ya kicha na wameweka ile siren.
Maanisha wahalifu
sasa tunashinda bana, kwani sisi tumefanya nini? Hiyo ni uhalifu aina gani ambaye tunaweza sindikizwa na magari 3? Na kwanza wakaanza kutuzungusha. Baada ya kutuweka gari, tumeona wako wengi wamekuja hapa karibu 20 na kitu. Wanaanza kutuweka kwenye gari, tunapelekwa. Kwanza wanatuzungusha Nairobi, tunadhani wanatupeleka Central Police Station. Kumbe watupeleki huko, wakaenda huko wakaturudisha Parklands. Kufika kule ndani maneno ni magumu. Tushafika hapa sasa, wanaanza kututoa zile vifungu. Wanasema nyie ndio wajifanya wanaume sana. Kama hapa tumeweza kuleta mheshimiwa Sakaja. Tumeweza kuleta hapa mheshimiwa Gideon Mbuvi Songo kwenye hii seli. Nyinyi ni kina nani? Hapo tuliweza kuitikia amri. Haya ni maneno marefu ambayo yalitendeka kukua huko ndani. Ile experience ya pale ndani ni ngumu. Unajua kule kwenye seli kuna kila kitu. Hamna si ati utatoka uende choo ipo hapo na mikebe minne. Moja ikikongwa hivi, kila mtu anapiga nduru kwa ile harufu. Hapo mmejazana, maisha ni ngumu. Lakini hiyo ni changamoto. Na kila ambacho tulikuwa tunaendea Nairobi, tulikuwa tunaenda kwenye mkutano yetu kama viongozi wa wanafunzi. Na kuongezea hiyo, mimi ni kiongozi wa wanafunzi from the private universities. That's where we were elected. So kukua huko tulikuwa tunaenda for an official function, kwa mkutano ambaye ipo halali na inajulikana, na tulikuwa tumetumwa na shule kuwa tuende to represent shule yetu na tuonekane. Na tunapoongea saa hizi, even student leaders from other universities were shocked that do you mean Baraton University has got even vibrant leaders like these ones? Because they've known Baraton University as an international university, but very local at the same time. So we are of this idea that we want to make this university a prosperous one, to look as an international university. That is why we are coming home with bigger titles for this university. And look, even from the month of August, you will see a number of students we will get. Because we were talking with those guys from UON and KU, and we were telling them, you are coming here and you are being congested while we have space in Baraton University. So it means we will be having a number of students coming to this university. There are also a number of challenges when it comes to working in our offices. Very many of them. To start when it comes to issues of health, because this is the first student government that has been taking the issues of health as something which belongs to them. The issues of health normally is between the student and the office of the DVCs or the student himself and the health board. But we came in as a student government and saw it important we better work on that. We work to help offices in Eldoret, in Kapsabet, to ensure that our students are being given the higher education loans money, so that it will help them in their education here at the university. So we've been working with that. And that is something that we are working, not using any amount, but these are personal amounts from our pockets. And we even go there and we are still using good amount of money, because this is Kenya, to ensure that those students are getting their help loans. When we were starting this semester, students were really in our offices. They need that help. And after working on that, and a number of students received the amount on the date that we were given by those guys that they're going to be receiving. All of them got lost.
Hakuna mwenye aliregea?
Hakuna hata mmoja. Tunao tu kama ni wachache na wale watatu ambao waliweza kuregea. Wale wengine wote walipotea. Hatujui walinenda wapi. So unashindwa kama viongozi wa wanafunzi, hao ni watu wako. Mungekuja pamoja, tukua kwa shida tuwe pamoja, tukua kwa furaha tuwe pamoja. Tena kuna siku ambayo tulipanga mchango wa mwenzetu ambaye tumesema hapa alikufa hapa shuleni, Robert. Tukaita mchango ya wanafunzi waje wasaidie mwenzao ambaye amefiwa. Na kama ungeona kwa WhatsApp status ya wanafunzi, walikuwa wana post vile ambavyo wao wamesikia hiyo uchungu. Even they were even grieving more than they bereaved themselves, our students. Posting everywhere on WhatsApp status on Facebook, all these media platforms. But it was so sad when we called for a little Arambe that we could even use in the entire process to help their family. Students who came during that Arambe is less than 50 students. Less than 50 students. Until we had an idea of going to the Parasi Center and calling Mama Mboga, calling these border men, of which they came and gave us what they had. But our students, we went to the field. Some of them were even playing football. And you are calling them, kindly, can you please come here and help one of your own? They could even walk away. And you are calling them to come and help one of their own. So it is so sad when you are doing something which is very best to their students and they are working. But it is all leadership. Those are some of the challenges that we go through as a government. We've also been having things that I've been telling you, when you are elected as a leader and leadership starts, is when now politicking will start. Real politics are coming in. So you're going to be having people who will be criticizing anything being done by the government in several ways. So hiyo maneno ya kuwa viongozi, changamoto ni mengi sana na yanasumbua.
Tukibaki hapo katika changamoto, kuna hili swali ambao wengi hujiuliza, hawa ni wanafunzi tena ni viongozi, wanawezaje kuweza kufuata haya mambo mawili kwa mpigo? Bado yeye anakaa darasani na tena mtu mmoja huyu anatakana kuhudumia wanafunzi. Je, changamoto hii pengine mmeichukuliaje pale ambapo endapo unakosa darasa, mwalimu anakuelewa ama inakuwaje? Maana naona ni changamoto pia katika upande wa uongozi shuleni, maana we ni mwanafunzi, unatarajiwa darasani, unatarajiwa assignment uzieke on time, huku kuna watu wanakulilia. Kwa hiyo mambo haya mnayabebaje?
According to me, the constitution stipulates very well that for you to vie and for you to contest for any position on campus in this student leadership position, you must have a GPA of 2.5 and above. And I think the person who saw it profitable for that article to be written down or to be noted, it is something which is making sense, because it is not easy for you to lead and also perhaps in class also attend classes perfectly and follow your academics perfectly. Perhaps for my case, it is a tough time. I'm taking industrial chemistry, and you know, there are some lecturers which are not understanding, and you miss their classes. You know, they tell you you are missing my class. Why are you seeing leadership being more good than academics are getting? But such people fail to understand. They fail to understand that these students depend on you. These students are on your neck for you to work on them and for you to perform your duties are getting. And perhaps the president here can tell you that Senate is on weekdays, and on weekdays we have classes. Academic standard is on weekdays, and on weekdays we have classes. University council will be on weekdays, and on weekdays we have classes. Everything. And these are the big organs of the university that run the university, and we sit in those committees and meetings and those sittings. But you get a lecturer that is telling you, you know, you need to focus on your academics. Perhaps we are not children of a lesser God, that we don't perform in class, or we are not dunderheads or idiots, but we try our best to perform in class and to perform our duties in office, because at the end of the day, you will go out of Baraton, you will look for a job, or you will go in the political terrain, and your papers will be on the limelight.
No.
But also, this is the best platform to tell our lecturers too, that when someone is on a position like this position, call that student leader as your brother, as your sister, as your son. Talk to him and tell him, you know, I know you are dealing with many things. I know you are having a rough time. Do this and this and this, and let us make things work. I get it.
No.
But if someone, a lecturer, doesn't want to help you, then he will dump you there. I get it.
No.
So, if a lecturer is dumping you there, then just know it. You will get your D plus and perhaps or D and F. You repeat the course, and that is not nice on student leadership. Call this person, help this person. I get it, because this person is a public figure here on campus. So sielewi Kiswahili vizuri, lakini katika lugha ya Kiswahili mimi nasema ya kwamba hawa malecturer wanaitwa aje kwa lugha ya Kiswahili jamii? Wahadhiri. Wahadhiri. Hawa wahadhiri ni vyema sana kukua na kikao na viongozi na kuwaeleza kwa kinagaubaga ili mambo yasiende segemnege huko mbeleni. Jamani, si nimejaribu Kiswahili?
Umejaribu, umejipanga.
So it is something nice, and me for my case, I have my lecturers are somehow understanding. I talk to them and we make things work. Though it is not easy, you know, there's a presentation like the other day I came on Monday. There was a presentation that was today. And unfortunately, my God works. So my partner that we were supposed to present with was not available. No, jameni, mimi nikaenda kwa magoti nikaambia Mwenyezi Mungu, kumbe maombi yangu
yamechipiwa.
Huwa yanafanya kazi.
Sawa, kwa upande wangu tunapokuja maneno ya kusoma darasani na uongozi, hii ni jambo gumu sana ku balance between academics and being a student leader is something which is very, very, very difficult, more especially when you are in the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton. You know, in public universities, people are joyriding. They even don't attend class, and that is up to you. But here, you must attend classes. But I want to start by thanking lecturers in this university, because if you miss class, a number of them, I know we've got those who are not understanding, but a number of them will call you. You might be in the office. Some of them even will be giving you makeup classes, which is not even to the university. It is not known to anyone at the university level. But this is somebody who is a parent. This is somebody who is your sister. This is somebody who is your elder brother. And he feels he must help you. He knows because you've got a lot of work to do, then lazima kusaidia. But there are a number of them who feel like, kwanza kuna ambao wanachukia viongozi, wanaona viongozi ni kama watu wenye ukaidi fulani, ambao wanataka kushinda nao sababu wewe ni viongozi. Kwa nini tushindane jamani? Kwa nini tushindane? Sisi ni viongozi wa wanafunzi. Hizi ni watu ambao tuko chini bana. Hatustahili kuwa tunashindana na malecturer, because hawa ni watu wakubwa, lakini tu wakuwa tu kwenye muongozo na waweze kutuelewa na wajue kila ambacho tunafanya. Kila mtu tunaweza sema sisi ni captain. You've got almost 5,000 students looking at you. Hata tunapokaa hivi kwa sasa tunasikiza mazimu zetu zikipigwa na wanafunzi, na zinapigwa sio mjana hadi usiku. Unakaa usiku mtu anakupigia jamani nimeshikwa. Unakaa usiku mtu yuko mgonjwa. Unakaa usiku ndio maneno mengine yanafanyika. Unaenda kutembea pale. So lakini tunasemanga hii dunia lazima ujipange. Na sisi kama viongozi ama kama mimi mwenyewe nimejipanga tunapokuja kwenye maneno ya kuwa student leader na at the same time kuenda kwenye masomo yangu kule class. Asante.
Naam, baada ya uongozi wenu kuna wale ambao watakuja wataingia kuwafuata, pengine wanaweza kufuata nyayo zenu ama waanze zao. Pengine una advice gani ambao ungependa kuambia wanafunzi ambao wanataka kujiunga na siasa shuleni, ambao wana azma ya kuwa viongozi kama nyinyi? Ni advice gani ungependa kuambia?
Madam, no. I want to tell you on this table that there are some people that are suffering the theory called ad hominem. And this theory of ad hominem explains very well of arguments of personal character.
No.
And arguments of expressing how someone looks like and how the character of someone. If you want to be in a position of power in this university or in any other university, because I'm very sure there are some students even that are following us nationally, now that we are national leaders too. If you are a student, you want to be a student leader here on campus or in any other campus, my good friend, and these people, ensure you don't suffer from this theory. And this theory kills someone faster and makes someone sinks faster than a Titan. So I want to advise, as I said earlier, I want to advise fellow leaders perhaps that are yearning to come to these seats that we're occupying, to just create their trail and be your personal role model. Okay. Being your personal role model is very nice because here in politics we just look at something small and someone will start tarnishing your name with that thing. Okay. Just greeting people. You are not greeting people. You are not outgoing. Okay. So in this political terrain, we, here in Baraton, it is known as the cradle land for spirituality and discipline. But we want also, as we are trying, we're building bridges for them. Though this is not BBI, Jamani, to let us yes, this is not BBI, but we are building bridges for them. That for them to, as they will be coming, Baraton will be known nationally. And Baraton perhaps will be on the political terrain, national political and leadership terrain, and they will be able to understand governance, leadership, and perhaps these leadership duties and interests. So I want to also say that as we are building these bridges, we are moving along the country, countrywide, fervently, tracing and retracing, whereby people like Murkomen were student leaders, Hassan Omar was a student leader, James Orengo, these people, Ndindi Nyoro was a student leader, everything in Kenyatta University. We are fervently tracing and retracing where they were stepping on and how were they carrying themselves. And we can't go in that way, in that direction, without the backup of Baraton students. We need the backup and a strong one, a cohesive, a solidarity movement from the students that will make up maneuver throughout our leadership and in this country. As we were traveling and as we were perhaps navigating through the ideas and in this country, we are trying to know that the only universities that are known in terms of leadership and governance is University of Nairobi, Moi University, Kenyatta University, and perhaps which other university? I think only those ones, and perhaps Fikirini was in Pwani University. Those are only those universities. But these small universities, we are just sleeping, working, eating money. Some people are just focused on eating money and going. They don't want even to represent the university. That is very bad. Okay. Then we are currently forming an alliance called Youth Alliance Kenya. And this Youth Alliance Kenya will be having 7 executive positions. Currently, he's the interim deputy president and the interim secretary general. Then the interim president is in African Nazarene University, that is African Nazarene University, taking law. We were drafting with him the constitution the other day, and we'll be moving university after university, championing ideas, tabling ideas, and telling these students the best direction. This direction is not BBI oriented. It is not UDA oriented. It is not ODM oriented. This BBI is this alliance is independently for the comrades, for the students, for the youths. So basically, we'll be moving towards this. You will be seeing us in TV47, KTN, NTV, championing these ideas, and perhaps we'll be in TV47 in 2 weeks' time. And we'll be championing these ideas and tabling these ideas towards the nation and telling the nation to support us. We don't want to be affiliated with any political party when it comes to Youth Alliance Kenya.
No.
Youth Alliance Kenya is only for youth. Ama namna gani jameni?
Iko sawa kabisa.
So another thing, we were tabling ideas the other day. We were tabling ideas as student leaders, and today there was a press statement by university, that is University of Nairobi, Kenya University Students Association. Perhaps it was in Nairobi. Perhaps these universities that are in metropolitan, that is Nairobi area. So they were tabling some ideas on concerning help. Right now our students are sleeping hungry, and we need to help them. So we are ready. We have energy, and we are synergizing our energies to help students. And my friend, this is a moving train. It cannot go back. Thank you very much.
Okay. I want to tell those who are aspiring for this post that let them come. These posts are very interesting regarding on how you will handle and take them. Start by small leadership whatsoever in any place that you are. You can't just pop up from nowhere and expect to be the president of this university or the secretary general or even a senator. You can be in charge, you can be a deacon. Start working from the class level, from anywhere, is when you will be building up your leadership skills. You can't just fly like a robot and expect to perform nicely. I want also to tell them and to affirm to our students that we are planning things which are very interesting and very nice for them. We are even opening ways, not within Nandi County, not within Rift Valley region, but ways for students when it comes to nationwide issues. Because as I said, people are taking Baraton University as a very adamant university. But the way we are now working out our ways to ensure that our successors, when they come even to office, they will enjoy and be known nationwide to everybody in Kenya. As Honorable Makwata is saying here on the issue of YAKE, Youth Alliance Kenya, it is a very nice organization. We are mainly focused on comrade for comrade. As you've seen, something which is working on media, that students are seriously starving. Baraton University is not exempted. We've got such cases. So this is an organization that we want our students to even join in that organization.
And perhaps, Mheshimiwa,
yes,
that organization is also not tribal oriented. The president comes from Nyanza. He's called Victor Otieno. He's a lawyer. Victor Otieno Kerr. The deputy president, as you can see, is coming from Rift Valley, Nandi area. For my case, I'm coming from Western Kenya. So I think these things are not tribal oriented.
Yes.
So these things of tribe, we don't want these things of tribe at all.
Yes.
And our politicians are the only ones that are making things to be tribal.
Yes.
So we are trying to kill tribalism and perhaps corruption and these things that are for groups. So Mheshimiwa, I think that is
yes, that is the best way, because even those who will be registering in those groups is not that expensive. They're gonna be paying 50 bob. Then we also need to have well wishers. Anybody coming in between, waja watusaidie, they give what they have, so that the amount will be cost shared in accordance to the universities, because as you can see now, students are starving. They've got no food whatsoever. So we need to find a platform. We can even come to the university level and find of having a position whereby a comrade can help a fellow comrade, a comrade for a comrade. So that if you've got anything whatsoever, you come and help one of your own, because we are living as a community. These are our brothers, these are our sisters. So we are progressing well. For our successors, let them come. Everything is well planned for them. Lakini wajue hii dunia lazima ni kujipanga. Nothing comes in a silver platter.
Utamka asubuhi jikute ushakuwa rais. Naam, kwa hiyo niwashukuru sana kwa kufika. Niseme asanteni sana kwa kuweza kuchangia mada hii ya leo. Nafahamu kwamba wengi ambao watakuwa kitazama video hii watakuwa hata wanawajua kwa majina. Maana wajua kuna ile kasumba katika shule hii kwamba watu hawataki kufahamu viongozi wao ni kina nani. Bora amekuchagua, yeye ametulia. Lakini atakapokuwa na shida, atataka kujua rais ni nani, secretary general ni nani, deputy ni nani. Kwa hiyo akiwa na shida ndo atafahamu viongozi katika shule yake. Kwa hiyo mtazamaji, natumai kwamba umeweza kuwatambua viongozi wako. Natumai kwamba mada ya leo imeweza kukujenga wewe unayeazimia kuingia katika uongozi. Natumai kwamba umeweza kujifunza mawili matatu. Sitaki kusema mengi. Nataka nikushukuru wewe mtazamaji kwa kuweza kutazama video hii, na zidi kutazama Baraton TV here and here after. Usisahau kulike, usisahau kusubscribe, usisahau kucomment. Kama una jambo lolote ambalo umeona linakufinya, comment hapo chini, tutaweza kusoma, tutaweza kujua wazo lako ni lipi. Maana sasa hivi nataka niondoke, nikusanye virago vyangu, nikuage mtazamaji. Kwa heri hadi tutakapokutana tena.